going to be starting our exercise from the exit of the hairpin corner leading onto the front straight. So we're going to drive around to that spot. Do want to be a little careful here. We're doing some maintenance inside the track here, which shouldn't affect us, but somewhere in the process of doing that maintenance, they managed to break a water line. And there's a real muddy spot in the dirt on the outside of turn 1 here. So, don't want to find ourselves over in that mud puddle over there on the left-hand side, because nothing good's going to happen if we end up in that mud puddle there. I already walked around in it, so I have mud on my shoes. Trust me with this one. Alright, so you're going to be running through the carousel here, and on the exit of the carousel, as you get to about where I am located now, this is going to kind of be the end of our exercise. You're going to see Byron parked up there at the top of the hill. He's going to pick up the group and lead you all back around, but for now, we're just going to blow past Byron there and head on around up to the green cones at the start gate. And I'll take you through the course one time in detail, and then we can go from there. Behind Byron and going slow, just want to try and focus as best you can on driving the proper line here. But if we were exiting through this hairpin onto the front straightaway, we'd be all the way out to this white line, and that's going to lead us right up to where these 2 green cones are. This is where I'll be calling you down from. Please don't drive past the green cones unless I call you. But for now, have everybody follow me as a big group. You're going to accelerate away, full throttle acceleration down towards the first corner here. Need to find a spot to get to where we can get to the brakes. Coming down though, I got to turn before I really go to the brakes, and I got to find that turning point. I like to use the M and the A in thermal. I keep my right side tires on the white line. Then I'm going to turn a little bit before that black sign up on the guardrail so that I can cross the M and A in thermal. From here, I'm going to straighten the car up, aiming for the corner of the last chalet there. There's a gap where there's some chalets ahead. And initially, we're going to use the 4 as our braking point. We're going to brake hard in a straight line here, asking those tires to just brake. This is one spot where we can use an awful lot of the curbing here. You can see how much curbing I'm on. The ABS handles it great, but what we don't want to do is get our left side tires on the other side of the curbing there. If we get across the curbing, we run the risk of cutting the sidewall of the tire as we come back across. So attack the brakes hard in a straight line across the curbing here. We're braking down in a straight line towards that back corner of that last chalet there. Our eyes are looking for the red apex in the corner here, and we'll be trailing out of the brakes as we steer in. Right side tires right on that white line. From here, we're going to let this car track out. You can actually start picking up the throttle, accelerating off of here, letting the car out, all the way out to the white line here. I have no problem if we brush the rumble strip with about half a tire here. What I do is I maintain the amount of steering I had that brought me out to the edge of the road. That steering keeps the load on the left side tires. I come out across the seam in the track with my right side tires, brush the brake here, or do a lift, and the M5 tends to work better with just a lift of the throttle, and then I start turning back to the other side. I've transferred the load over to the right side tires. My goal is to get on this corner, which is essentially a skid pad, at the limit on corner entry. I'm usually about a car width or maybe a little less off of that red panel, the first red panel. And I'm going to track around here, middle of the track. Too far to the inside makes it tight bright and sharp. Too far to the outside here, it's dusty and dirty. Middle of the track, my eyes are up, looking for the yellow cone. There's a yellow and black bumper on the inside of the white line there, and we're slowly but surely going to work the car down, okay? Be very aware of how hard you're asking that right front tire to work here. If more steering is not getting the car to point, you may have to lift out a little bit, transfer some load on the front tires to help. Want to be all the way down to the white line here with our left side tires, right where this yellow and black panel is. Now we're going to drive this corner like we would if we were just driving North Palm by itself. It would be a different line if we were driving north connected to desert, and that's something we'll show you a little bit later. But here we're focused on getting down to that apex, and then from there I can start unwinding the wheel and letting the car come out a little bit. We never get all the way out to the right hand side, but we can definitely accelerate out here, unwind the wheel, take the load off the tires, and accelerate. We would normally want to be parallel to the edge of the road going over the crest, and that's where Byron is parked, and he will pick you guys up. But again, we're going to blow past him again and head back around. This time I'm going to drop Raphael and the rest of you guys off at the green cones, and I'm going to go drive up into the corner so I can hop out and watch you guys up close and personal. First time through, guys, we're going to be using the 4 as our braking marker, and our goal is to brake the car to a complete stop. I want you to drive down full throttle until you get to that 4 marker, and then hammer that brake pedal, bringing the car to a complete stop. My goal is to give you some confidence that you can get it stopped, so then when I move it to the 3.5 and the 3 later, that you're confident that you can get the car slowed down for the corner. So give me a moment to get myself situated down here, and then I'll start calling you next. That's attacking the brake pedal. That's what I want to see. Nicely done. All right. Straight line braking coming in. Now just roll through nice and easy. No speed. We don't need to worry about it. Down to the red. Let the car out to the white line. All the way out to that white line. Back across the seam with your right side tires, and then enter in the carousel. Get your eyes up looking for the apex all the way around. Sander, come on down. Aiming for the 4. Look for the 4. Across the M&A. There you go. There you go. Gritting your teeth all the way to a stop. I like it. All right. Down to the red panel there. And then out to the white line. Let the car come back. Just hold that same steer angle and the car will come right back off the edge of the road and into the carousel. Eyes up looking for the apex. Amir, come on down. Full throttle down to the 4. Going to the brake there, little girl. Don't be afraid of those rumble strips. You can put those left side tires on the rumble strip. All right, now roll through the corner nice and smooth. It's not about speed here. Slow down. Find the line at 5 miles an hour before you try and do it at 105. There you go. Into the carousel, eyes up. Turn that head. Look for that apex. If you're not looking for it, you're going to have a hard time finding it. And Bob, come on down, Bob. Same thing. Full throttle down to the 4. Jack that brake up. Get a little bit late there. Turn a little bit late. And again, don't be afraid of the rumble strip. We want to go across the M&A. Drag those left side tires on the rumble strip. Okay? The car ABS can handle it now. Down to the red there. Look for the red. Look for the red. You're a long ways away from the red there. Now out to the white line on the left-hand side. Middle of the track as you enter the carousel. Turn your head, looking for the apex. Byron, coming to you. Alright drivers, this time we're going to move our braking point from the 4 down to the 3.5. This is how drivers find the limit. A little bit at a time. We're moving it down to the 3.5. I want you to attack the brake pedal, but we don't have to brake to a stop this time. I just want you to roll through the corner, get a lot of speed out, and roll through the corner nice and easy. So Byron's going to drop you off at the green cones. Let him clear out, and then I will start calling you down. All right, Raphael, come on down. The 3.5 this time. Not coming to a stop this time, but we are hammering that brakes. There you go. Release it smoothly. Don't just pop off the brake pedal. Release it smooth. Use all the road. There you go. Nice. That'll work. Maybe a little bit wider entering into the carousel, but other than that, that works. Sander, come on down. 3.5. Hammer that brake pedal like you did last time, but this time we're not coming to a stop. There you go. Down to the red, out to the white line. Back over to the middle of the track, and a little lift of the throttle sometimes helps the car point in there, especially in the M5s. Amir, come on down, 3.5. Yeah, eyes up. A little early, turn in early. So you were apexing about a car length before, which means you can't really accelerate off of turn 1. Want to keep the car aimed for the end of that last chalet there in a straight line. Don't turn in early. You turn in early, you're going to apex early and run out of road on the exit. We don't want to do that. Bob, come on down. Braking it to 3.5. Drivers, this time we're going to move that braking point down to the 3. We're really going to want to attack the brake pedal when we get down to the 3 here. I moved myself a little farther around. I'm standing by this first red panel here, which is going to be our apex. We definitely want to get the speed out of the car in a straight line and then trail out of the brakes as you steer in. Come on down, Raphael. Down to the 3, attack that brake pedal, and then trail out as you steer it. There you go. I wouldn't mind seeing you a little more aggressive on the initial attack of the brake pedal. Again, we want to maximize our braking here when the car is moving the fastest, and that's right at the beginning of the brake zone. Sander, come on down. let it out, back to this. Okay, let the car come back a little bit more. You want to get those right side tires just over the seam in the track before you enter in the carousel. It helps you transfer the load from left side to right side. Amir, come on down to the 3. Yeah, turn in way early again, way early, and as a result, you apexed early. Okay, your line entering the carousel is not bad there, but you're costing yourself a lot of exit speed off of turn 1 by turning in way too early. So next time down, try and turn a little bit later. Come on down, Bob. Drivers, we're going to repeat this one here. I'm still going to be standing by this red panel here at the first apex, braking at the 3. I want to see you do this one again. Same thing this time. And start thinking about exit speed here rather than entry speed. We want to get the car slowed down in the brake zone from the 3, trailing out as we steer in. Down to the red, and then start picking up the throttle. You want to accelerate off from the red, from the turn 1 up to the carousel. Come on down, Raphael. And if we accelerate up to the carousel, then you'll need to brake again or do a lift of the throttle to get her to point in there. Yeah, I really want to see you dive on that brake a little more aggressively, my friend. And you left yourself a couple feet to the edge of the road coming out. Attack the brake, use more road. Sander, come on down. You're attacking the brake, awesome. Show me the magic. There you go. Yeah, you do the brake going in there, that can work for you. A lot of times with these M5s entering the carousel, a big lift makes the car enter the corner a little more smoothly, but if the brake's working for you, you can use it. Just it's personal preference. I generally get away in the M5s with a bit of a lift. The M3s, I will brush the brake there. Amir, come on down. Down to the 3. Show me get down to this apex. Don't turn in early, so hang on to that left edge a little bit longer in the brake zone. Yeah, still about a car length before. Okay, and you'll notice you couldn't pick up the throttle until you had tracked all the way out to the edge of the road. You want to be able to start picking up the throttle at the apex. Okay, we want to start rolling into power at the apex, not waiting until we're all the way out of the corner. So turning in early, you need to turn in later. Keep the car in a straight line a little longer. Bob, come on down. Yeah, gotta slow the car down for the corner there, Bob. And now you're jumping up. Whoa, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay, you've been on the skid pad. What happens on the skid pad when you're at the limit of the rear tires and you jump on the gas? Okay? That's exactly what you just about did there, and you just about pointed yourself to the guardrail on the inside. So let's be smart about this. Take a deep breath. You didn't slow the car down enough for the corner. Then you missed the apex. Then you jumped on the throttle to try and accelerate off the corner. That's like the trifecta of bad things here. Let's not do that again, okay? the car slowed down before you get to the corner. Get onto the apex and then roll in the power. Don't jump on it. Alright drivers, this time I'm going to move myself across the track. I'm going to be on the outside. I want to see that we're getting all the way out to that white line on the outside of the track here. Should be down to the red, out to that white line. Come on down, Raphael. Still using the 3 as our braking marker. Yeah, you're still just squeezing into the brake pedal there, Raphael. I want to see you attack it. You had about another 18 inches to the white line, which means you had probably 2 feet to the rumble strip there. That made that corner a lot sharper than it needed to be. Let's try and use all the road. That rumble strip is a good reference if we put a quarter or half a tire on it. Don't be afraid of it. Xander, come on down. Maybe a little less rumble strip than that. That was about a full tire on there. So about half a tire is what I'm looking for. But that was a great line other than that. And I like how you're entering into the carousel there. Looking good. Amir, come on down. Do not turn in early for the first corner here. Look for the red. Look for the red. Get her slowed down. Look for the red. Get down to that. There you go. Hey, you picked up the throttle. Okay, now you had 5 feet to the white line coming off, but you picked up the throttle at the red panel. So much better than picking up the throttle at the track out point. So, if you just let the car run to the outside a little bit more, you would have been a whole heck of a lot faster. Good step in the right direction there. All right, Bob, come on down. We're going to attack the brake pedal this time, Bob. Get that car slowed down before we get to the corner. And we're going to get down to our apex at the red. That's using the brake pedal down to the red. Now pick up the throttle. Let it out to the white line. Okay, you had 4 feet to the white line there. Okay, that's 4 feet faster you could have been. Marker. I'm going to move myself across the track now over to the, I want to see you guys tracking out all the way up to that. Don't be afraid of the rumble strip on the exit of turn 1 there. Just a rush of it, and you can feel it. It won't upset the car. And I'm going to be basically kind of at the point where you're going to want to be back across the middle of the track as you enter into the carousel. Come on down, Raphael. Get those right side tires back over this seam in the track as you enter in the carousel. And let's attack the brake pedal coming in, Raphael. Attack it. That's the first time I've heard tire squeal from the brakes. Awesome. There you go. Nice. Nice entry. Right on the limit as you entered in. That was good. I like that. Nicely done. Xander, come on then. Alright, be careful how much of that curve we use on entry there. Be careful how much curve you use in turn 1 there. A little bit too much curve will bounce the car out to the left, making it hard to go to throttle. Your entry to the carousel is nice. I like you using a little bit of brake pedal there, just a nice brush to help the car get the weight transfer from side to side. Amir, come on down. Use that red panel like you did last time, but use more of the road out to the white line after turn 1. There you go. There you go. That was nice. I like that. Do that again. Do that the next time. Up. Come on down. Get that car slowed down, Bob. Down to the red. Use all the road coming off. And back across. With your right side tires. Let it out. Let it out. There you go. And a lift. There you go. You could widen up that entry a little bit more. You could have gotten a little bit farther towards E on the right-hand side coming off. You can do that most easily by just holding the same steer angle that you had as you exited out of turn 1. You do that, it'll move you right back across in the middle of the track. Doing great, guys. Doing great. Myself across the track now, so I'm going to be basically at the red panel. Want to be about, like I say, about half a car width or so, maybe a car width off this red panel here on the entry to the carousel. Everything else remains the same. We're still using the 3 marker coming in as our braking point, over the M and the A in thermal, down to the 3, down to the red panel, all the way out. Use all the road, then back across to the middle. Show me about half car width off of this red panel. Come on down, Raphael. To the edge of the road there, coming off of 1. You're getting into carousel, great, but you're thinking about the carousel before you're finishing turn 1. Let's finish turn 1 before we start worrying about the next corner there, okay? Sander, come on down. You couldn't quite go to throttle, but you made up for it, corrected it as you're getting in the carousel here. Nicely done. Okay, so get that car slowed down, get down to that apex, don't turn in early. Turn in early will cost you exit speed. We don't want to cost ourselves exit speed. Amir, come on down. Don't turn in early. That's it, that's using all the road. Nice, lift out, there you go. Alright, now control the balance of the car. Don't be too eager to jump on throttle. It just unloads the front tires. Nice. And Bob, come on down. around here in the middle of the carousel. I want to see how you guys are balancing the car through here. Be aware of how hard that front tire, especially that right front tire, is working as you drive through here. If it's more steering, it's not necessarily going to get you more cornering. Okay, you can steer it more, just grind that right front tire off, really not get yourself any place. So be careful about that. If the car's not steering for you in here, do a little lift out of the throttle. You lift out of the throttle, that'll transfer load onto the front, and that'll help the car point. That's what this carousel is great for. It gives us an opportunity to play around with the balance of the car a little bit. All right, Raphael, come on down. Braking it to 3. Attack that brake pedal like you have been. Use all the road coming off of turn 1 before you transition over. Your carousel entry is awesome, but let's use more of the road on turn 1. Get that car in a limit. Start looking for the apex. There you go. Nice. Working it down smooth. Well done. Sander, come on down. Don't turn in early for 1 there, Sander. There you go, balance the car, balance it. Alright, way too early to bring it down there. Now, see, you apexed too early and you've had to lift to get down to the actual apex there. So, be careful of that. Start making a map with your eyes on where you want to place the car. Come here, come on down.
Dave, just a heads up, the other group is down in pit lane for the intro laps, so I just wanted you to know that.
Copy that. I'm going to do this lap and then we're going to call it good. I balance the car there, Amir. There you go. Work it down to the white line. And now release it. Let it out. There you go. Good. And last but not least, Bob. Show me the magic, Bob. Come on down.
If you happen to see the guys on Desert Palm, if they're finished, can you just call me on 5?
Yeah, will do.